How about now? Can you hear me now? Great. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I did hit the mute button before I started, but StreamYard, whatever, doing its own thing. But welcome to everybody to another episode of Politics and Wellness, to this great Tuesday, of course, where we talk about a whole lot of stuff and get into it. Brother Nate, let me know when you're ready. Hello to everybody in the chat. Good evening, Patty Duke. It's always a pleasure to see you, as always. All right, brother, about to hit you on up here so we can get the ball rolling because there's a few things to talk about today.
All right. Good evening.
Hey, what's going on, sir? How are you? How's your week been?
It's fine, very busy, but
okay.
Other than that, so nice and quiet.
Oh. I wish I could say the same, but we'll go into that later.
Okay.
Because of course, first we always do what's most important and what matters. Which is...
Patty said, "Wear the shirt." That's what I thought when I saw him.
This is for a reason. This is for a reason because apparently people are hating because other people have fantasies about me. So I just want to make sure I live up to their fantasy.
Oh, you giving titty tonight?
Giving a little titty meat. Little titty meat. I'll give you little titty. Little titty.
You said you can't hold no credit card underneath that.
No, no. Not like some, I can't say.
Hey, Patty. Hey, Patty, you still looking fertile?
Right. Still looking fertile from last week. And I hope everybody's had a great week. And for those of you who are sitting in the luxurious balcony, welcome. But if you came here to get the response that you think you're going to get right away, you should know me better than that. I don't give that kind of energy my immediate attention. They get attention when I'm ready. So if you sit around or you come back later for who said that in that part, then you can get that. But this is where we talk about the news and current stuff that matters. So let's get right on into it without further ado, and let's go. All right. News updates. Where shall we begin? There's just so many, and there's so many places to go. Do I want to go hard off the break, or do I just want to go like light hard? I don't know.
Nobody likes soft hard. Because then you're just teasing.
Yeah, talk about it. Let's go. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just go with the heaviest and get it out the way. For Jalen Walker, the young man, I was going to actually pull up the video, but it won't let me play it. And I know how YouTube is, so I'm not even going to go there. But if you look up the article of the young man who was shot about 60 times, I really don't. I don't even know what to say. They claim that there was a shot that came from the car, but then he proceeded to run, and they were on foot for did they say 60 minutes or so? 60 seconds, however long it was. They were in pursuit of him, and then he didn't have a weapon. So then I'm just like, well, what was the shots for? What was the continuous shooting for? People have murdered people in mass shootings, and they haven't died. But then again, they weren't black either. But again, here we go talking about police brutality and the insensitivity of police during things of this nature, and they're more concerned about killing on sight when it comes to a black person or a person of color. But yeah, white people get to go to Burger King, McDonald's, and get water, and all these other things are given to those other counterparts of mass shootings, and yet traffic stops end up with people dead. So I'm not understanding at this point, and I'm done really talking about it because it's annoying. It really is annoying. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Your thoughts, sir? Because I don't have any.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Was he an Uber driver?
Good question.
Because I believe I heard something about him being an Uber driver, and I also heard that he had just lost his fiance,
Right. Yeah.
and which makes me think, because they showed a photo of a gun, a wedding ring, and
Mm-hmm.
something else sitting in the seat of his car. I wonder if this was suicide by cop.
Suicide. Interesting.
Because why would you take your wedding band off?
Right.
Now, I remember them when it first broke.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that he was an Uber driver.
Mm.
So a lot of them carry guns now,
Right. Right.
So I could see him having that in
Mm-hmm.
his vehicle. So that's what made me just stop and think when I heard that his fiance had passed,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they showed the photo, why would you take your wedding band off?
Right.
So I'm thinking that it was a little bit more.
Good thought. I mean, I didn't even think of that. So
That's why you got the old motherfucker here, man. I do what old peoples do.
the wiser, the wiser, not old. Definitely.
No, it's just old. It's old shit.
Whatever. Yeah,
No, but that's the first thing I thought about. Was that? But the 90 shots and the 60 actually hitting him. They knew what they were doing because they first pulled out their tasers first.
Right.
Why would you draw if he wasn't a threat? Why wouldn't you just go to your revolvers?
Right.
And then I just figured that once one started shooting, they all started.
That's what they do. But that's what they do though. Once one starts shooting, it's just like, oh, let me get my gun and join in. And it's just like, but the person is dead. I'm sure, pretty much. You getting your gun, you just what? Getting extra brownie points for something. So, I mean, did it really take all that? Were you that upset that y'all actually had to run y'all fat asses chasing after someone?
You had 8 people following you.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. 8 people. And you mean to tell me between the 8 of you mofos, y'all couldn't catch this one suspect? And then when you do catch him, you open fire like nobody's business. Yet you had a whole honky of a cracker open fire in a grocery store and he got to walk out. You was able to obtain him. He didn't get shot 60 times when he should have, because he clearly was a threat. All these other people that was a threat. The dude in Highland just recently.
Yeah.
All these people's a threat, and yet they're not a threat enough for you to exterminate them the way you exterminate black men, black women, and people of color. Make it make sense. It just
and they were all, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, and they were also asking his mother to have an open casket to show the damage. And I think they're only doing that because the other story with Emmett Till, that's fresh on everyone's mind for that.
That burns me up.
Because that's asking a lot.
That is
asking a lot.
That is asking a lot. I don't know. Before I get into that Emmett Till story, because that's one that that's going to take me to a certain place, and I need to clear most of this out before I can get there.
But I just figured too that, like I said, with that whole incident with that, it's fresh in people's mind, and they just want her to be, to show them hardcore.
Yeah.
Not to pretty much whitewash it.
Right.
But I think that's kind of selfish for people to ask her.
Yeah, it is,
especially if she's not in that mind frame.
Right. Right.
You know, it's different if you're in that type of mind frame.
Right.
Then go ahead.
Yeah.
But to actually have an open casket ceremony,
you're
asking a whole lot. You're asking too
Yeah.
much, even though the situation. So
yeah, I agree. I think that's a tough one. Whew. Okay, so like I said, prayers to the family. And to many other victims. You know, let's not forget that there are victims of this kind of heinous act all the time. We even talk about a few weeks ago, we talked about Dante Wright's family actually now receiving the $3.25 million. However, they're possibly in works to either receiving more. That's being negotiated, but we probably won't know about a final settlement in regards to that, because why would they tell us at this point? It's just so crazy. I can't even get my thoughts together right now. That is just, I'm just tired. I really am. I really am, sir. Moving right along, R. Kelly, 30 years. Federal prison. And this is just his first conviction. He does have one waiting for him in Los Angeles. So we'll see what that brings. But yeah, the Pied Piper himself has been...
Oh, there's going to be a lot of pipes to play.
Charged and convicted for sex trafficking, which I think some of it, But again, I think if you charge him, you charge everybody in cahoots. But of course,
his whole camp needs to go.
Right. But of course, you know, prosecutors were going for, as they quote unquote call it, the big fish, and the big fish to them was the actual superstar, not the, you know, underhands. You know, but again, still prayers go out to the Kelly family because they lost their father. You know, the kids lost their father, and the people who I guess looked to him to support, they lost that too. So hopefully they find some other way to make some income and make it work, because this gonna affect a lot of people. And granted, yeah, I think a lot more people should be punished. I don't think he should bear the brunt of the ring, because it just wasn't him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
and the cameraman who was holding that camera. Somebody was holding that camera. That wasn't on no tripod.
That thing was on.
That was a VHS.
That was crazy. That's when he should have been, in my opinion, it's just me speaking, but that is when he should have been convicted. When that tape came out and all that was, and he was talking about that was his twin brother. Come on. That's when the conviction should have, the conviction from the people and the outcry and all that stuff. That's when that should have happened. The fact that you let this go and then now all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's justice. It's like, it's a little late. But you know, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone coming into the chat.
Yes. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry.
Nation, Queen Diva.
I'm definitely not looking at the chat right now, so please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm just trying to get through these because it's a few here. Also, the NBA player Brittany Gardner wrote a handwritten letter to President Biden, basically saying that she feels in this letter that she will be in prison forever. When she doesn't have the protection of her wife, her family, friends, her Olympic jersey, and any of her accomplishments, she is terrified that she may be here forever. She wrote this statement according to the communications company representing her family. She's, of course, 31 years old. She was playing in Russia during the WNBA's offseason and was arrested on the 17th of February at a Moscow airport a week before Russia invaded Ukraine. The Russian authorities claimed that she had cannabis oil in her luggage and accused her of smuggling significant amounts of narcotic substances across the border, across, whatever, which is punishable up to 10 years. She went to trial last Friday for drug smuggling charges. I don't know.
It's a good thing she didn't have coconut oil.
Yep. Don't do it. I feel two ways about this. Two ways. One way, definitely, I feel like we have to realize that as Americans, although we're not as privileged as some, that when we go overseas and to other countries, although we may go to vacation or work or whatever we go to do, we got to be mindful that one slip up can cause us to be incarcerated for BS. Yes, we know it, but we don't have the protection of being in the United States. It's a sad situation. It really is. It really is a sad situation. Nobody should have to go through that. But we do have to be mindful that when we are overseas, though, we're not, we don't bring America and American law and due process with us. We are going sometimes in places where people don't get that. You know what I'm saying? And it would take a while for the State Department to get involved, for all those people to get involved to actually do something for the needle to start moving and you possibly find freedom. I say one of the blessings she has is that she's a popular WNBA star, which can move the needle quite a bit to getting some action done. But there's many other people, teachers, lawyers, other contractors that are sitting, in other detention centers and things of that nature across the world, accused of being spies or whatever. Think of that young man that was killed. Was it North Korea or something like that? He was
North Korea.
He
took down a sign.
Right.
He took down a sign from a hotel.
He took down a sign. They supposedly had just caned him, but that man was brain dead and everything else by the time he was given back to his family. Yep. I'm not going with you today.
Yeah, that's why I don't peg.
Yeah, that was crazy. By the time his parents laid eyes on him, he was in a coma. He was damn near dead. So, yeah, and if it's nothing else, that we need to just be mindful when we're going places for vacation and doing other things. Yeah, you want to go and have a good time, but just be mindful of where you are, the rules and regulations of the country that you're in, and being Black and being LGBT or anything else. Sometimes it's problematic when we choose to go places. So just to be mindful. That's all I can say about that. Any thoughts?
Definitely be respectful when you leave your borders.
Yeah.
Definitely, because that's one of their main complaints.
Yeah.
Because when white people travel, they bring their arrogance with them, and
right.
That's one of the main complaints that they always have about the U.S. About the people are rude and disrespectful.
Right.
Yeah. And don't think that that you have protection over there, because you don't.
Right. You sure don't. And if she's looking for Biden to move, I mean, I would hope he does, but
he won't. They won't.
No, I don't think so. I don't see him moving.
She's not as important as that spy that they have.
Right.
She dribbles a ball.
Yeah, that's it.
He steals espionage.
Espionage information. Right.
And right now that's in Putin's hands. That's he has control, some leverage, and he's not gonna toss it away. So she might as well get comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
She's gonna be there for a minute.
Yeah. Unless some old secret SEALs, the same way they came in and a two-piece Bin Laden, unless they come in and rescue her ass, this is not.
It's going to have to be an inside thing.
Yeah, this is not going to happen the most diplomatic way. No.
Yeah.
And he's still, on Ukraine's ass. No way. No way.
Yeah.
No.
Now maybe if they come to some agreement, maybe they won't supply the Ukraine with weaponry,
right,
or certain weaponry.
Right.
She may come out, but remember too, there is another person
There's
there
another
also,
person there, yeah,
not including the hundreds of other United States citizens that are less famous,
right,
that are back in the gulag somewhere,
right, yeah,
making snowballs. Okay,
right, and not the ones with snow.
Yeah, just be mindful when you leave the borders that you're at their mercy.
Yeah, you're definitely not. You're not in Kansas anymore, so we need to know that moving forward. All right. So of course, this last week, of course, everybody's up in arms about Planned Parenthood, Roe v. Wade basically being overturned. So with that, U.S. pharmacies. It couldn't get no worse. U.S. pharmacies have reported to set up limits on emergency contraception. So that means Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, as well as Amazon has put a cap on, you guessed it, Plan B, or the morning after pill. So pharmaceutical companies, like I said, like Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, reportedly putting a cap on the number of morning after birth control pills consumers can buy in the U.S. Amazon has placed, what'd you say?
Everything's gonna be locked behind the counter.
Right.
It take you 45 minutes because it ain't nobody ever there working. You gotta find somebody. They be calling.
Right. Then you tried to be slick about it. Like, excuse me.
Everybody gonna know your whole business. We took pictures. They giving out $5,000 if you squeal on somebody.
Oh shit, damn, that's crazy. So Walmart is putting a cap on 4 or 6 units of the morning after pill scheduled for delivery through the end of the month. But there was no such cap that existed for deliveries beginning of July. So some people lucked out, I guess. But Walmart says that during
it's not funny, but it's funny. Okay,
it is what it is.
Because price is going up, right?
Right,
that shit about to be gold.
No, because Walmart just said it. This is what they say. Their representative for their stores, because it's different for their online than their stores. They said fluctuating demand. There is a limit for online purchases. They added that also the online limit. The store also has a limit, but it's up to the store manager to decide on the amount of morning after pills they can give. What they don't want to do, which of course is illegal, is have people or allow people to buy as much as they want for stockpiling, reselling their products for higher prices, which they can get in trouble, and so can the person who bought them, because that's against the law. The federales will come for you. So no such limit exists in the stores, but again, like I said, the store manager can basically give that right. Now, as far as Rite Aid has said, oh, hell no. They put a limit on it already. As soon as the hammer dropped from the Supreme Court, the limit went to 3 per customer for the Plan B and the option 2. I didn't know there was an option 2. What the hell is that? What more do you need in the morning after? Option 2, what is that?
Just give lots of head.
Is that the same night? I need the Plan B.
I don't know.
It's the same night. Oh goodness gracious! But yeah, that is crazy. So know that unfortunately for many women, and on a serious note, for many women who will need this because their states have quickly supported the overturning of Roe v. Wade. This has become an issue that the pharmaceutical companies that's been making money, support Roe v. Wade, and has made it even harder for you to go to said store
That's okay. We got Pookie.
Get them.
You know, they'll get you.
Yeah, okay.
They'll get you Plan B's, some Advil,
Oh shit.
and Tussin. They'll have it all.
No,
Pookie have it all for you.
please don't be doing all that
Yeah. Wow.
modern stuff. But real
Good
quick,
evening, everybody coming in.
hey everybody. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat because I got to run through this. But with that, I also throw this story in. Of course, they're talking about Roe v. Wade, how it is affecting or will affect Black women, and it basically talks about Roe v. Wade and how the overturning of Roe v. Wade, getting rid of places like Planned Parenthood, would not only just affect abortion rates.
Planned Parenthood, not Planet Fitness.
Planned Parenthood. That's what I said.
You said Planet. You said Planet. I was like, oh, they have
did
green,
I?
little green and purple workout equipment too.
You know, I was thinking about working out. Yeah, so it will affect Black women, of course, in levels of getting the health care that they need. Other than abortions, places like that have done other things. Breast cancer screenings, cervical cancer screenings, all types of screenings are done at many of the Planned Parenthood facilities for Black women and women of color, or women who have low incomes, lack of insurance, and lack of good quality health care. So, you know, this is a lot larger than just people having babies and people using their quote unquote tax dollars to pay for other people's babies. Like it's so much larger.
Yeah, I'm reading here in the chat. I think it's Albert. It says having to remove your period tracker. You know, you have those apps on your phone to track your menstrual cycle.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I think
especially in those those Bible Belt states, it's best that you just go ahead and remove those things until we figure out, you know, how far to go.
Goodness
gracious, because they will use it. They will use it against you.
Yeah,
and even your location on your phone, your cell phone. Say if you leave the state.
Oh yeah, now that part
You know,
I've heard. Like if
so
you leave the state,
turn your locations off when you're not. You know, say if you have to, turn your locations off, and you know they can still track you because they could just ping the towers. But it's getting to that point where it is more invasion of your privacy.
Right. Well, of course, that's what the law entailed, the right to privacy. So you know they'll attack it any way they can.
Hey, Lindsay, how you doing, girl? You missing in action? Glad to see you doing good.
Nice to see you, and welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome. Sorry, I'm not able to talk to everybody because I am not looking at the chat at all. Really, I am just reading this stuff so we can kind of get it on and out the way. But there's a story that did come to my attention, and it made me think of the Freddie Gray situation. Richard Koch, age 36, is paralyzed from the neck down after New Haven police have put him in the back of a prisoner transport van without a seatbelt, abruptly stopping and then dragging him to his jail cell. So I do have a little video clipness of all that happened. Do I? Nope. There we go. Okay. All right. So take a look at this and we'll get back and talk about it.
Visited the neighborhood where Richard Cox was arrested some 10 days ago and happened to catch up with a resident of Lilac Street who was able to offer a medical perspective on how police handled this case.
Because in the video, you can see as soon as he hits, he's not doing what we would call like a normal range of motion.
He's a New Haven EMT who lives on Lilac Street, which is where Richard Randy Cox was arrested 10 days ago. And as a medical professional, he addressed how police cared for Cox following his severe injury.
Like, we're in the business of fixing things when things go bad. And so when you're in that business, you kind of have to have a certain mindset that I'm here to fix situations and not make them any worse.
Cox remains paralyzed from his mid-chest down. Whether police exacerbated Cox's injuries is part of the criminal investigation.
When you see stuff like that, it's those lapses in judgment that make it hard on everybody.
Meaning all first responders.
Just crazy. Of course, you know who has jumped on it to represent the family. And I'll let the chat, work that out on who that was. But you already know
Ben Crump?
Yeah.
But you know what? First of all, they shouldn't. The officer should not have moved him. Period.
Right.
To move him out of that position that he was in.
Right. Just wait for the EMT to take him.
Yeah, and that's what he had called.
Good.
That's what I thought was crazy. It's like, well, you called, but then
you take them out.
They're on their way. They're on their way to meet you, and you take him back to the station.
Right.
So you moved him. You don't want to move him too much. There's only so much you could do. You still had to get him out of that position.
Right.
They only had 3 prisoner transport vehicles. Only one had seatbelts.
Right.
Okay. Now you had cameras in the vehicle, but no seatbelts.
No seatbelts.
Did you see that? There's nothing but steel.
And he's handcuffed.
Okay.
I mean, like, where was he going? 1, 2. The man is handcuffed in there with no seatbelt. Like, what genius thought of that?
But just the fact that I don't care if he broke a fingernail.
That's it.
If he said he was injured, why are you moving him about? Why are he's in this wheelchair? You see how he was slumped over?
Right.
And they're still moving him about. All of those motherfuckers should have been fired.
That's it. That's what I said.
Because they exacerbated the whole thing.
Right.
Because they should have just left him and let the EMTs stabilize his neck.
Right.
Because that's who's to say it may not have been as bad. The paralysis may not have been as bad. You're twisting him and turning him.
Telling him get up. He's telling you he can't move. Then you're gonna drag him out of the actual vehicle and then slam him into the chair, slump him. I mean, it's just so much. Just so much. Like, really? Like,
yeah, that was a Freddie Gray all over
again. Yeah, that really was. And then you get to see exactly probably what happened to Freddie Gray to the reason why he went into the vehicle fine, came out of the vehicle because and then you're doing it on purpose. You're probably speeding, then you're stopping because he's getting rattled back and forth in there because he doesn't have any restraints. So then you think it's funny.
Mm-hmm. But you have a passenger in the back with no restraints.
None.
Seat restraints.
But some handcuffs. That's his hands already behind his back.
Look, you're more gentle with Amazon packages. In the truck. You slam on the brake. They're going to roll all over the place.
Right.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
Now the thing with Ben Crump, you have to remember with a lot of these local officials and local lawyers, they're all in cahoots.
They're all in cahoots. Yeah. No, I realize that. But sometimes you need the little outsider.
Yeah, because who's to say that they got one of the local guys, lawyers, and none of this would not get out.
Right. Yeah.
It's like when you work at a job and you have discrepancy, something's going on with the job, and they say, well, you should have came to HR. You should have came to HR and discussed it with us and kept it in-house. But then nobody knows about it. The first thing you should do is, I'm going to let HR know about it, but I'm also going to take it outside to somebody else that's on my side that does not have the best,
have alliance with the company.
So I understand where he fits in. He shines the spotlight to put it out there. So, I have a different respect for him. He's not really an ambulance chaser. It's just the fact that he's a spokesperson, and he has that platform where he can just, you know,
Right.
really put it out there.
Let's see, which one is this?
Hey, Melissa girl, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, in other news as well, a hostile judge was removed from, I hope I'm saying this right, Antonetta, Washington, Jefferson's
Yes,
police
young
case.
lady.
Yeah, that was the young lady who was shot as she was babysitting her nephew. And a police officer was called to the house because the neighbor said that the door was ajar and they felt like somebody had broken into the house. The officer, didn't knock on the door. He immediately went to the back of the house, seen her. She went and grabbed her gun, of course, to protect herself and her nephew. And he just seen her in the window and fired, and killing her. The family, of course, is still seeking justice for her murder. The judge, however, has been pretty rude and hostile to the prosecution, so much so that he's delayed the case for a very long time, which has made the family, not only the family frustrated, but the prosecution frustrated. He has also done a lot of things for the defense that has basically is like enough's enough at this point. And they have asked for a new judge to be put on the case. We don't know how long this process will take. Currently, their family, the family of the young lady who was the Jefferson family, the young lady who was killed, their attorney, Lee Merritt, basically said that justice delayed is justice denied. And so they are hoping to have a fair judge who is not hostile or biased to the case. So I thought that was interesting. And also that type of thing does not happen, if at all, where a judge is taken off a case. So there must have been some really hardcore evidence supporting the defense from the judge.
That, and you had an emboldened judge. We've seen it. We've seen it with the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
Right. Yeah.
So their crackerness is really, coming out.
The saltines is showing. But yeah, so prayers to that family that they receive the justice that they do deserve for the killing.
Because if you notice that with that case, it's been relatively quiet.
Yeah, it has.
You haven't heard too much of anything. I mean, to have a cop just blindly shoot into a home and not even IDing who the actual if there wasn't a
anyway. Yeah. That part is very true. That has happened far too often, and this judge has worked with the defense to delay, and every time the prosecution has said that they have come forth with evidence and articles, they was always met with hostility and bias. And
yes, he's problematic. Get his ass off of there.
Yeah, the judge was throwing out a lot of evidence
to start over again.
Yeah, and that's what the family said at this point. The prosecution agreed that even if we have to start over, they would rather have a non-biased judge who would fairly look at the case than to have this judge continue to have this case, who's had it for years since it started, since the incident was brought to him. He's had this case, and has helped the defense keep pushing back the date. Yeah, so that's crazy. What else we got here? Joe, where'd it go? Did I just delete it? I think I deleted it, not on purpose, but whoop-de-doo. Joe, he plans to pick a conservative judge for Kentucky to sit on
Yes.
the court in Kentucky. How do I feel about that? I don't like it. I mean, I know what he's doing, but he's an old politician. That's what he's trying to do. This whole bipartisan, like the presidents of old, well, some of them more like George H.W. Bush and on, would pick Democratic and Republican judges to sit on the different courts throughout the states, the federal courts. He's just trying to continue that tradition. However, at this point, in this atmosphere, I think it's a no-go. It's definitely a no-go for me. I think there's more things you need to be concerned about. Leave that to what's his face, the dude, the majority leader at this point. Let him do that. You focus on other things. I mean, you don't have much time, so you need to get focused, okay, with your old ass.
Either way, you don't have enough.
Yeah, you don't have enough time. You really don't have enough time to try and fix everything. You just need to focus on the main things that need to be done. You let Chuck Schumer.
He's not even doing a good job focusing.
Right, focusing on that. Right, exactly. Like you let Schumer handle that. That's what he's there for. Like let him do that. Let him pick the judges and place them. Just like Mitch McConnell placed all these federal judges where he wanted to place them. Did you hear Donald Trump talking about something? Oh, I want to pick so and so. That was Mitch McConnell. That one dumb judge who wasn't even like fit to be a lawyer. He tried to push him through federal court, and then it hit the media like this dude ain't even. No. But other than that,
they have a lot of them unqualified.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell has definitely been picking these federal judges, so I think he definitely needs to sit down and let him do it. He's shooting himself in the foot. He definitely is. Because he's trying to appease, that conservative Democratic side of himself, and make nice with everybody. Because I'm the nice guy. Everybody likes me. Bitch, nobody likes you at this point. Your numbers are plummeting, and you could cause many races to be lost just from your lack of leadership and judgment at this point. So I think the focus is making sure you maintain seats in the House and in the Senate so you can continue this agenda. So that would be your focus. Trying to either get the court enlarged so we can deal something with Roe v. Wade or something, because that's not it. That is definitely not it.
It's about to be a Holocaust. What you talking about?
But I'm saying you could save that for something else. That's not. No, that ain't it, sir. That is not it at all. Oh, yeah. So, and I heard about it briefly, so I didn't really read too much into it. But there was a Burger King employee by the name of Kevin Ford.
Yeah, that was the good news.
Yeah. I don't know how good it is, but he's never missed a day of work in 20.
Oh no, the payout was good.
7 years, but it wasn't from.
It don't have to be as long. I don't care who the money from.
Okay, well,
I mean, it beats a pack. It beats a clear backpack for how old is it? About 40, 50 something years old.
Yeah, but
clear backpack.
But some bullshit in it. It's just like ridiculous. Well, anyway, Kevin Ford, he been working for 27 years at McDonald's in Vegas. Never missed a day, never called out sick. He's been, a hard worker, and he got bullshit. However, $300,000 has been raised for this man who received a clear backpack, movie tickets, and a Starbucks cup as a gift for 27 years.
Fuck shit. I'd have been done. Well, first of all, I wouldn't have expected anything from the company.
Yeah.
But they really made themselves look bad.
Right. Right. Really. I mean, granted, everything, there's franchise owners, and franchise owners are usually, they don't follow all the rules of the company per se, but that is ridiculous. 27 years. I wouldn't care if he was just a greeter, teeter, whatever. 27 years, you do more than that. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. You have managers who've worked less than that, that you've done more for.
They get golden parachutes.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So I just
Patty said you would have called in. Oh yeah, I missed the day.
Missed the day 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck this job. But kudos to him to still keep going and doing his thing. Apparently, he's been taught the value of hard work, and regardless of the fact that there is maybe a delay there mentally or whatever, that he's still thriving and working and doing his own thing. I just
I know. Yeah, there's still no fries. You're right.
I just find it to be ridiculous, though. Just ridiculous.
But he ought to thank his daughter.
Yeah,
because I'm sure she probably said this.
What?
If you seen him do? He did some interviews, and he doesn't seem all there.
Yeah.
But there's definitely,
but again, that's still, that's a level of abuse, even though he.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they played off on that.
Yeah, you played off on that.
And his daughter probably said,
"Enough's enough," right?
These motherfuckers.
Because I'm sure he was the one that they called him when so and so was taking off, and all these people were kind of, oh, I'm not coming in today. They call him instantly. He would just come in and work, without complaint, without whatever, and he would work.
He just come right on in.
So
they all those shitty shifts and everything else.
That's it. Or working people's doubles without,
And I think everybody else really picked up when he did those interviews. I think the majority of the public picked up. They're really taking advantage of him, or they've taken advantage of him for 27 years.
For a long time, for 27 years.
And what he should do is take that money and open up a McDonald's franchise for himself.
Right, and work for your goddamn self.
Work for your goddamn self, and you'll be able to leave your kids something too.
Right.
Thank you, Burger King.
Right.
So nobody comes to your damn stores anyway.
Right. Fuck Burger King. So anyway, lastly, so I can get this out, this old 80-year-old dried up, dusty, toasty cracker that has walked through life for damn near 70 years plus, free, after being the one who started this manhunt and killing of Emmett Till. There was a warrant recently found a couple days ago, a warrant for the arrest of Carol Bryant Dunham, who was identified as Miss Roy Bryant, of course, the woman who claimed that Emmett Till, during the time in 1955, on August 29th, whistled at her and did some other inappropriate things to her. And they found it in the bottom of a courthouse, in the court record room. And it was not given to her because she had children, because the sheriff at the time didn't want to give it to her because she had young children to look after. You know what I say? Drag that bitch, drag her. That's it.
And his family members found it.
Right. The family members found it, and the investigator who's been working with
Look at God
ever since working with this case ever since new evidence has come about.
That snatch her last 5 minutes of life
I would. I'm sorry. I don't feel no type of way. If y'all can sit here and drag some of these the Bill Cosby's and the
I was
this
going to
and
say, if you
that,
can pull Bill out,
if you
they done
can
pulled
pull Bill
out.
out, then
His
you can
nasty
pull
ass
her
out.
out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
not once, but twice already. Twice. Then you can pull her. You can drag her, you can will her, you can whatever you need to do, you can bring her into court. I wouldn't care if you just fingerprinting her, asking her some questions, and then let her go about it. But I just need her to be charged. That warrant needs to be served, and she needs to be brought in for questioning. I don't care if she don't even remember the shit. Not my problem. Not my problem.
And I believe there is no limitations, statute of limitations on the warrant portion of it.
Right. On the warrant portion of it, no. On the other judicial parts of it, yes.
But I'd go through the fucking
But I
motion.
would still, that's what I'm saying. I would still serve it and go through the motions. I would do it because that's what you owe. You owe that. You owe that. You honestly cannot tell me you're going to sit here and think that you're not going to. You've been here this long just for that. It's time to pay up. It's time to pay. It is time to pay up. I'm sorry. You know.
He say Social Security can put money on our books. It may not be too much by the time they get finished with it, but it'll be enough for her to get some ramen noodles.
I mean, at least she'll have money still coming in her books. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you like? I really just don't get it. Like, there's no conversation to be had here. The Justice Department said that they weren't going to pursue any charges. This is before they even knew about a warrant. Now that the warrant has been found, do your job, serve the bitch.
Shut the fuck up and do what you're supposed to do.
Do what you're supposed to do. Do the same thing that you did when you dragged Bill Cosby half blind,
tripping him over curbs and everything else, and out that courthouse.
Coming up that courthouse when you dragged his ass in the court. Do the same thing to her and drag her ass in the court too. There's no lily white tears here. There's nothing to be had. Just drag her ass in the court. Yeah. That's it.
You know, Bill should get an Oscar for pretending to be blind. That motherfucker wasn't blind. You know, when he was behind closed doors and they closed them drapes. That mother was like, "Damn, this shit hard." Trying to work that sympathy.
Always trying to work the sympathy.
It's time for her to pay her pound of flesh. That's right.
Yeah, that's it. It is right.
You can't don't let her leave this earth.
Well, even her charges even would just be for kidnapping, and that would be that would be it, because that's what you did. You enabled kidnapping. You did that. You when they actually was at him, you said yes. Everybody, even his great uncle, who has now passed on, has testified that there was a woman.
They also snatched up 2 other people when they were looking, because when they were trying to identify exactly which one it was. I didn't know that they had snatched up 2 other people too.
Well, yeah, they had snatched up 2 of the boys that was there, but they also snatched up some locals to find out where they lived, where Emmett Till and his family, because they didn't know exactly where they lived. So they were snatching up young men to basically tell them where Emmett Till and his family lives, because, you know, they didn't know. But it was rumored that some young boy from Chicago had said something inappropriate to her with the words. So, yeah, it was, I mean, it's a whole mess. And the fact that, you know, the family, of course, the family wants justice. His mother died seeking justice for her son. So, I mean, if not for nothing, give this woman exactly what she wanted, to at least have some closure for her son. Not saying, I mean, if it comes to find out, well, you can't throw her in jail, okay, let her sit in the holding cell for however long she's sitting there. I don't give a damn. But something needs to be done. No way we can sit here and allow these people to get away with murder.
Yeah. This case, like, the only thing by it being a worldwide, that it kind of forces their hand to. You know, that everybody's watching it.
Yeah.
To see what the
United States do. Yeah, what the United States will do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But for me personally, I'm sorry. I say drag the bitch. Drag her.
Yeah, right to jail.
Straight. Don't pass go. Don't collect
$20. put Social Security on her books.
Don't send a note. Don't even take her to no McDonald's. Don't even take her to get a cup of coffee. Don't give a shit. Put her ass in jail. Period. Short iron tie belt line is playing in the same manner. No justice. Right. This is what I'm saying. Like justice. It is time for justice. Justice doesn't always have to come in the monetary. It doesn't always have to come in some way where, it's somebody actually, being murdered for the killing of someone else. But goddamn, this right here, nah, this can't go. This can't go. I feel just as bad as this if they would just sit there and let the people that bombed the church that killed them 4 girls. It's like there's no way. There's no way. There is no way that we can sit here and talk about children and children's rights and what media does to children and the family and children this and children that. Then you need to handle this, and you need to handle this appropriately, and like now. Like really soon. Independence Day is over. If you wanted to give her that, you gave it to her. Now go get her ass because she's no longer independent. She's a ward of the state. Any thoughts? Because that's my thoughts on it.
No.
All right.
Yeah. Did you see the white guy that pushed the 11-year-old?
Yeah. I forgot about that. This is real quick.
I sent you a clip too.
Yeah, I got it. So here's my clip of the white bag. And I call it white bag because it's a white shit bag. But this is what happened. Take a look.
I'm gonna
get hit by a car in the road.
I was not playing.
I'm gonna get hit by a car in the road.
Get the out of here. What? Dude, where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Connecticut?
No,
you didn't. So get the out of my town. Get the out of my town.
This ain't your town.
Get the off your bike.
ow! Ow!
That person has been arrested. And he has been charged. He's 48. Jefferson Chapman has been accused of assaulting a child while riding his bike in the Deep River on Monday evening. The boy's mother immediately informed the police. Troopers then went to her home and saw the video footage of the incident and stated in a criminal information summary. The suspect was subsequently arrested and charged with second-degree breach of the peace, risk of injury to a child, and third-degree assault. After just watching a couple seconds of the video, the reporter actually realized that fight or flight. It jumped into the car and then the guy got away. Oh, I guess I didn't see all that, but they said there's other parts of the video that we did not see. But just that was enough for me. I mean, one, keep your hands off of goddamn people's kids. That's one. Now, two, if somebody comes and bops you upside your motherfucking head now, or your wife bops her up beside her fat ankle's head because you saw them tree trunks. I don't have no sympathy. I really don't. And this arrogance of telling people where they belong and out of your fucking town to a child is a bit much. A bit much at all. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, just crazy. Just real crazy to me. Any thoughts? That cracker, I can't. Him, the police officer that slammed that little 13-year-old girl that time, all that uncalled for, unnecessary, and they all need to be charged. Again,
your hands on kids.
Yeah, putting your hands on children. Again, if we're doing this whole thing of we're saving children, if we're saving children from the cellular level, then we're saving them from the cellular level on. We're not just cutting it off at a certain point where this is more valuable than that. If you're going to talk about all the children, all these mofos need to be charged, period, and thrown in jail. Because that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. But again, these people think that they own everything, that we cannot go anywhere that they are, that we are disrupting their peace. There's newsflash to that mofo. There are black people in Connecticut. So I really don't, understand where my town comes from. Just because, you've stayed in it your whole entire life. Unfortunate for you. Other people have the ability to move to your place. So just ridiculous. But they really need to handle that guy. And I can't wait to see what happens next week when a whole group of people just bombard the front door, ready to push him or his wife down. Because that's going to be fun.
It all depends if they let him out.
Yeah. And I'll be here just to report it on a good old Tuesday. But anyway, as I was saying before I was going into there, if there's ever come a time where you were looking for me to actually send me a story or send me an email in regards to something you may have heard, seen, or anything else, because I can't see everything, you can always catch me at one of these platforms. Here you go. Okay, sorry, I was over here jamming. So let's get to it. And we've come to the segment of this part of the show where we talk about other stuff. In the Who Said That? Let's roll it. I need to just get this out the way real quick, and I'm only going to couple seconds. I ain't even going to do that much. Okay, if you need to. You want me to just take you down all together and just bring myself up here just by myself? Are you okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I was about to say, don't let him do it to you. So apparently, I was told, because I don't watch, literally I don't, that I was there when Ms. Diva 1 mentioned me, that she fantasizes about me or whatever, and which, thank you. Whether he was joking or not, you don't really care. I appreciate it. Nonetheless, it was funny. And that's why I am wearing my tank top. For those of you who do fantasize, you can fantasize all you like. But no, seriously, I appreciate it. My problem with that is I heard that a particular someone by the name of James the Gorilla Cardwell had something to say about her having whatever kind of fantasies about me. But my concern to that is, how are you so damn concerned with who feels some way about me and what they feel about my appendage or my dick or my whatever, unless none of your business and none of your concern? I think, actually, I know you should be far more concerned about the dick that made you and less concerned about my dick or who's loving or wants to love or lust on my dick. Far less concerned. So in that same spirit, I think that if you lust or, sought after the dick that made you, then you would feel better about yourself and your life, right? So I think that as a community of YouTubers, we should get together and help you find your father. Find the dick that made you so you can stop focusing on other people's dicks that don't have nothing to do with you and wouldn't even, for the record, go nowhere near you. And I think that's the bigger problem here, that no one would want to touch you. That's sad. It really is sad. It really is sad. Kind of jealous. There's a little jealousy in there. It's weird. And that's funny. I've never called you creepy, nothing like that, because that's a whole nother thing that I'm not going to go into. But you're really showing that you have some tendencies. You really have some creepy tendencies, because that was weird. That had nothing to do with. So that's her. That's her feeling. So what? Like, what does it matter? I mean, I get it. Granted, I know it disappoints you. I happen, to have CP and people still find me attractive. Bitch, it's the face, the body too, for those of those who know. But it's the face, and it's okay. It's okay. For that, you can blame your parents. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And with that, that's it. Keep my name out of your mouth, out of your thoughts, and your dirty mop cleanups. Because, of course, as it was told, you doing all these cleanups with these dirty ass mops. It sells like a dirty ass lunchroom, I'm sure, because you do nothing but swap shit around and lies. And whatever gets you paid, or the little coins that come in for you for your little lies and your little fairy tales. How about you start telling the truth about the shit you've done, the shit you've tried to put on people, all that stuff. Start telling the truth, maybe. Try that for a change. But please keep my name, not even please, keep my name out of your mouth, sir. Wholeheartedly. I know it's hard for you, because you just wish I was, fantasizing that you could really see it in person, or I could show it to you. But I'm not none of these other content creators. I have standards. So I'm not. You're just not on my list. So anyway, with that said, we do need to come together and create a fund so he can find his father, so he can finally chase the dick that he's been longing for a long time. All right. And with that said, moving right along. So Rico, he was cooking his first Independence Day, 4th of July dinner, late as hell. 2 slabs of ribs, macaroni and cheese, corn on the cob. I think he was supposed to make baked beans or whatever, but he was cleaning the ribs. Now I don't eat red meat, so I don't even do it. I don't eat red meat, so I've never cleaned a rib. So more power to you. You got that, player. But he cleaned it, and I'm like, he's sitting there cleaning. He gonna be making them ribs about 12 o'clock. And it was like 2 o'clock when he finished. But it did look good. I watched it later today. The food did look good. Shout out to you for attempting to do that on air, with the supporters and haters alike, watching your every move and making sure you washed your hands. If you didn't, they was gonna drag you.
Good thing it wasn't chitlins.
Yeah. But yeah, he that was cool. That was definitely cool. Kudos to you. And you kept a semi-sober head about you while you did it, which I thought was important. I'm like, please don't get drunk, and then you be done forgot, or you burnt the food.
He couldn't have burned the shit. Look, he'd have burned up one place. Don't you
See,
can't blame that. You can't blame that on global warming. It was global ribs.
I wasn't gonna go there, but yeah. Yeah, but kudos to you for doing that. That was awesome. What else?
He's in an apartment building, so he would have a sprinkler system.
Yeah. Well, we would hope that the sprinkler system worked. This is New York we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's there for decorations.
Yeah, but you keep burning up shit.
It's there for decorations. What else did I want to discuss? Something else. I can't remember. Anyway, it'll come to me. Last week, Friday, for those of you who don't know, I did put it in my community wall. I was on the Five Kings or the Kings with King Jives and his crew. Check that out. It was a really good show. I didn't have my mic and stuff with me, so it was kind of, but made it work. And it was a good show. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it was.
Brady Bunch times 12. God
right.
damn.
It was a lot of people, a lot of thoughts. Yeah.
All at the same time. And I'm like,
yeah.
Let's get a filter.
Right. It made me feel like being on a thing with Conscious, like when he has his whole group of people. Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Other than that, as far as
so you Kojic now?
No. I am Baptist / Pentecostal. Those are only two religious churches I've grown up in literally my whole entire life. So yeah, I'm a mixture of the two. If they ever came together. Yeah.
And speak in tongues and all that stuff.
Nah. The Baptist side of me don't let me do it.
Don't let you do it. Yeah.
The Baptist side of me don't let me do that. Now we can get a little shout in and all that good stuff, but nah. I remember I tried one time. We had a guest minister at school on campus, and it was a Friday night service, and she was doing that like just, and I was just like, it's not working. It's not. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. So power to the people that do it. It's just not. And my great aunt, who's Pentecostal, who I also would visit her church because her church is down this block from my grandmother's church, and which is her sister. So we would go back and forth, and yeah, it was very, very cool childhood, very different. But it was cool. I definitely don't regret any of it. But yeah, they do have some ways about them though. I can't, it's all good.
Yeah, Lynn.
Yeah. What Lynn said.
It's different.
Yeah, it really is. It's like what?
God talks to everybody in their own way.
Yeah, that part is true. But yeah. That was that. Let's see what else. I've watched every show and movie that I was supposed to watch. I've caught up with all the Peak Valleys. Okay. So my thoughts on the Peak Valley thing. Because I actually saw it. I didn't see it the day, even when I did the Jives thing, I hadn't watched it yet. So I was just like, after they was talking about it, going back and forth, I was like, okay, well, let me actually sit down and watch this. I'm still trying to figure out what the big thing is about. I really think that the issue with a lot of people, especially a lot of males, is that they're okay with watching the overly feminized side of gay for some reason. They're okay with that. That's fine. Because it's like, oh, well, you're gay. I'm not concerned about you. I don't got to be hanging around you because you probably going to be hanging around my girlfriend. But you're not. You're so uncomfortable with the gay that might be your homeboy. That is just like, going to the paint, y'all fighting. He dumping in and fighting with you, and y'all just doing everything that you think this nigga ain't gay. He can't do that. And it's just like, yeah, there's many sides to gay. You know, it's just not the Uncle Cliffords of the world. They are the murderers of the world. They are. And, you know, I think that really, I guess, made people uncomfortable to realize that, you know, their best friends or their brothers or homeboys or whatever could actually be that person that they
no, what they're afraid of is
I wasn't going there.
what they're afraid of when they have that bromance. That's what that shit is.
Right. I wasn't even going there, but
when you had that bromance, that's just
because I was like, oh, I'm not watching this no more. I'm not watching this no more. I'm getting this. I'm not watching this, and I'm just like, but what? It's not that serious.
Oh my
like,
God, it's feeling me like that.
First of all, it's right. Why are you licking your lips like that, bro? It is fun. It's a show. 1, 2. It's real life. You know what I'm saying? Like for some people, it is real life. Like granted, you know, some of it may be overly whatever, but it's real life. There are people of all different spectrums, like, you know, that live their life, and some of them just happen to be, well, they don't really do the makeup and the hair and the nails and all that stuff that you would just assume automatically when you look at them. Oh yeah, that's a gay. And it's like there's some that you don't know.
I just wish people would grow up. It's not hard. It's not that. This is not hard. That's why I don't understand. That makes me frustrated.
But that's where my frustration lies. Like it's not hard if it's not you. Because if it's not you, you mind your business. Because it don't concern you.
That's right.
It don't concern you.
The only problem that I had was that the teak douche.
I didn't think he didn't look like a doucher to me. He looked like a little painter. So it looked like it was.
You know, you take your life in your hand.
It might have smelled a little rough in there. Little
you know, that looked like there was some of that old prison love that was coming back.
Right.
So
which I think it really was. I think they were cellmates and they had a relationship. But then once he got out, it was like
because they never said how long he was actually in there for.
Right. And I think Murder has been out way before he was. So it was like, well, I'm out now. I'm living this different type of life. However, Murder was now in a relationship with another man, which I don't think, dude, he didn't know until, you know, he read the postcard.
Because he really couldn't come out and say anything about it, because the only one that didn't know was Mississippi's manager.
No, he knew.
No, he didn't come out and say it. I think none of them thought that the other people knew, but they all suspected.
Now, but that's usually the case.
Mississippi knew, and his road manager knew.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody knew, but everybody was acting like they didn't know.
That part is true. That part is true. So
because nobody moaned and groaned about what's the girl's name? Sleeping with the coach. Wife.
Sleeping with the coach's wife. Nobody moaned and groaned about that, even though that was allegedly in the script their first time doing that together. Nobody moaned and groaned that was not deplorable and disgusting. It was just like, but that happens. Nobody was totally taken aback by the man coming home to his wife early from a business trip or whatever he was doing to find his wife.
And find his wife. Yeah, I thought she was
banging her coworker. I thought she was sick.
I thought she was sick too, because she worked at the hospital and she was hacking.
She was hacking and
coughing. She was coughing.
She was coughing all right.
That's because she had been working on that gag reflex.
Right. It was down her throat. And so she had to cough. And again, my issue, we always seem to have issues with other things, but not issues with certain things. So it's almost like, well, you know, that's not really what I want to see, but it's here. It's a reality that we have to. It's just like the reality of if we taking it way back with the black and white TV and the series with all white cast and characters, but there's other people that live here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when are you going to start to show other people that live in this world? It's not just the beaver cleavers and the this and the that. There's other people that live in this world.
Black people don't live on Beeves block.
Right. Well, I'm sure they didn't, but in other neighborhoods in other parts of the world, in the United States, so to speak, there's other places where other people live that don't look like these people. So we need to start representing everybody and not just some people. For some people to feel, I feel comfortable with this. First of all, your children shouldn't be watching P Valley. Ain't no way in the goddamn
and you know
world.
what? And that's the one thing. Know what is child appropriate.
Right.
That is an adult show.
Right.
And I had to check myself on that one too, because just being used to regular TV, certain things I'm just not used to. And I'm like, oh, you know what? This is cable. No one, this is why they can push the envelope as far as they want to. Because when you own the station, you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
You can. And then on top of that too, granted, I get that the internet is a place where things that, although they come on at a certain time, children can have access,
Yeah, 24/7.
Right, but that's when you either, kind of try to control it as much as you can to what they're exposed to, or you have those discussions that, hey, you can't watch this, or you can't, you can't look at it. But this, there are different families, and people have different relationships, and whatever.
They would be safer to just discuss it.
Yeah, right. But those discussions need to be had. Instead of just coming into a place where you're just like, oh, I was so disgusted.
Because you need to put things into context.
Right. What exactly were you
discussing? The way that you want to raise your child and the information that you want them to have.
Right. Right.
Like I said, them motherfuckers was losing their minds. I was like, it represented everybody.
Yeah.
It's sex.
Right.
That's what it is. It's sex. That's what it is. Some people got paid because I'd have laid up that. Now she could peg me. She dropped all them stacks on my nightstand. Yes, she could. I sure would. I'd be like, wait a minute, I got to get some coconut oil. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Just who to call.
You make sure it's organic. All right.
That's right. No artificial.
No artificial.
No artificial.
You don't do the cheap
Just take your time.
Right. Slow and easy. Relax all your muscles.
No, it sound like something. I was looking back. On my shoulder. Make sure that motherfucker ain't punch a lung. What was that? I think it was my kidney.
I think you shuffled some things around.
Right. Wait a minute. Let me get on top.
Yeah. You got that. I can't do it.
Looking real bad.
Right. I even saw the latest episode, which basically talked about Mississippi's life and her introduction into that, and her abusive husband and why he's so abusive, which doesn't make it right, but I see it. Which is crazy. And a lot of people go through those types of situations where they're in a relationship with someone, the family really doesn't like them. They feel like, you know what, I'm a go against my family because I know what's best for me. Wind up getting in a relationship, having a baby, and then having to struggle because now your parents are not funding your not funding the situation.
They were in high school.
Yeah,
coming right out. You have a family,
right?
Shit, they got you. Did they get them the place to live?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, but I mean that, like, what did you expect? I didn't expect. Well, I did. I was about to say I didn't expect the stepmother to act like that towards Mississippi, but then again,
no. But look at the stepfather with the daughters. Did you see the look on the stepdaughter's face when he took a picture with her and her date? and I believe it was her sister and her
Yeah,
date going
her
to the
date.
prom, and you're trying to figure out what's going on there because
Right.
she had that look on her face like I don't want him touching me, you know,
Right.
that type of thing. So something's going on. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Was he doing that to her also?
Right.
Right. But she should have set his ass on fire the first time he choked her.
Yeah.
That's what you do, and always equip your daughters to kill a motherfucker, kill a motherfucker if you have to, because you just assume that they always tell you, well, a man is stronger, man is stronger. But you know what? Pot of hot water when that motherfucker sleep changes all that.
Ask Al Green. Get that.
That's right. Did wonders for his complexion. I was going to try some of them grits. I don't remember which ones they were though.
Oh Lord!
But I remember she sure did. But I wouldn't have killed myself afterwards either. That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That was really, really deep.
Yeah, and then he was abusing the baby. He was beating the baby.
Yes. That part was really crazy, and it was just like, how are you going to approach this now that you know that he has dislocated your son's arm, and then he's picking up the iron and putting it to her face, and she says, "Anywhere but my face." Anywhere but my face. Like she was preparing to be burned.
She had enough. Well, I don't know if she paid the bills or whatever too, but
yeah. But I'm thinking at that point she was just paying the bill. She was paying everything.
Yeah, she was covering everything. But I'm thinking once she figured out. Well, I'm surprised she didn't see the bruises
before
on the back. The baby's back where they saw it. Well, you know they called Child Protective Services.
Right. But that's why I'm just trying to figure out how she was able to take the baby back home. Because once they saw that, they instantly would have called Child Protective Services.
Well, it was a white doctor, and he may knew the family. You know that happens too. They'll cover up.
But would he have covered up for her? But that was my thing.
She probably knew the husband's father. That was probably a family friend doctor. You know, somebody.
I know, but I'm saying, would he have still have covered up for her though? He would have. My assumption would have been he would have tried to put the abuse on her before he would accuse, her husband of doing that. That was my thought, but so she was able to go home, and I was just like, how are you even going to approach him on this, or are you just going to take the children? Because my thought was just take the children.
That's why I was saying. They just came off a tour, but then she wouldn't be able to go out on tour, make any money. She couldn't go back to her people.
Right.
They wouldn't have taken care of the kids. You basically have nobody and 2 infant kids.
Well, I think would have taken care of the kids.
Who? Uncle.
What's his face? Uncle. Yeah. I think he would have.
If he was, if they were going back. Well, but somebody would have to still do it. The grandmother, she's blind.
Yeah. Oh,
and baby. She's blind. And them babies be eating pig feet and everything else.
Right.
But that episode that was a tough one too. That was a real tough one.
That was really tough.
But I like when they do the episodes where they actually break down. You actually get to know the characters a little. Better.
Yeah. It's definitely more in depth on the characters' points, so you get a clear picture of where the character is coming from, and then their actions. You get to kind of understand the actions that they have taken thus far. But I still believe.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, the one I love is that new girl, the one that plays on Nightfall.
Angel.
Yes, Lord have mercy. Yes, Lord.
Please, she's a shit starter. Okay?
I know. I love her ass.
Shit starter. First of all, I was cracking up at the lady who was in last season spending all her divorce money at the club. And then when that girl sneezed on her, all I could think about was monkeypox, because they were like respiratory droplets. I was like, oh, those are respiratory droplets, monkeypox. And I was just busting out laughing. And then the way she was like, "Oh hell no! Where's my mask? Girl, it's too late now.
You done took your mask off and whatever." But you know what?
All in your face.
But you know what she did, right? Why she got divorced? Because she was sleeping with her husband's
mother. Yeah.
Well, her nasty ass. So that's a nasty backwoods country
that
shit.
That
nasty.
Is.
So all of a sudden, she done got the taste of lady on her tongue.
Right. She got a lady on her tongue, and she was. But then I'm trying to learn, like, first of all, your husband's mother looked like one of them strippers, because apparently she has a thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, good.
I was like, oh, that just tastes. Oh, that's just nasty.
Yeah.
I mean.
There's no.
You hear about that dump that shit down?
Yeah,
well, it's not just down there, but you hear about that.
Did you not see the video? There's a video on Twitter or something, where the daughter catches her baby father and mother in bed together, and
I worked with a girl that her mother slept with her boyfriend, and I was like, she was white though, so I was like, I really don't care.
Yeah,
but I was like,
I really don't care.
I really don't care. I really don't care. And why are you telling me this? I don't want to know.
Right. Yeah. At all. Like, no, thank you.
Too much information. I don't want to know.
Way too much. Big TMI on that.
But they do that stuff, and I'm like,
I don't know what.
I would never even date behind friends.
Yeah, I don't know what it is or what it could be, but
it's nasty. It's nasty.
And then he was trying, when she was kicking him out, like, "Oh no, you could leave," and she was like, "Come on, let's just leave." She's like, "Yeah, take him with you or whatever." And he's like, "No, she just she came in, she was tired, so she wanted to lay in the bed." So I'm just like, well, why the hell
did she have a negligee on?
Yeah, so I was like, why the hell didn't you get up if that was the case? Like, no, y'all
nobody's dead. Yeah, that's true.
Right. Not a soul was dead.
Not a soul died. And they had to make up a story on how they got killed.
And then she came through the window talking about, oh, if you was better to him, then he wouldn't be going there, doing this with me or whatever.
But the mother was married.
She said, you got a whole husband at home. You over here doing, oh, don't worry about what I know how to take care. I know how to take care of men. Just bullshit she was saying. And I'm just like, really? Is this what we're coming to?
No.
Absolutely.
That's old shit. They've been doing that shit forever.
Never, right. Since you met that boy, they've been doing that. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah. That ain't nothing new. They up there flirting and all the rest of that. Nasty.
You just caught them. That's all.
Nasty.
Right. And everybody nasty. Your mama nasty.
I'm trying to think what movie that was where the woman says, every time you kissing me, you kissing my pussy. What movie was that?
What movie was that? Oh man, I don't remember.
I think she went up and blew her breath in her face or something.
Oh, that was Poetic Justice.
Right. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, because the dark skinned girl.
He's like, he's smelling.
At the hairdresser.
He was like, "Well, your pussy needs some breath mints." As he walked away, but there was another movie too that had the similar kind of every time you kissing her or something like that. But it's just no, that's just crazy. I was like, wow. But
that was funny as hell. But
yeah, it's just like it's real creepy. Like there's no way.
I mean, granted, you only got 12 people in the town, but shit.
Right.
Drive 5 or 6 miles down the road.
Right.
Find somebody.
But the fact that he's not working, so because he's not working while she's at work, you was coming there. Basically, I guess telling
he was working.
Right.
He was working.
Gonna pick up the baby or do something for the baby for her because he was untrustworthy to do it. But at the same time, you sitting up here boinking. Crazy. Just absolutely ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous.
We needed something from Walmart.
Just crazy. And then the fact she's like, well, give me my shoes, give me this cell phone, I paid for. What you want all that for? What do you want anything for him to ask you back for? You know what I'm saying? Just still
anything to come back.
Yeah,
it's like pushing him out with a lifeline.
Right.
So he'll come back, have a reason to stop. I
Come
know,
back,
bitch.
right.
When you walk, take whatever you want to take
everything.
with you. I don't care what just take. Hey, if you didn't even buy it, just take it. Get the fuck out of my house.
Right. I just
Don't
didn't
come
understand that. She give me the shoes, give me the this, give me the PlayStation, give me the that. He's just gonna call you back later and ask you for it or talk about some. Can I just come by to pick up my stuff? No, because it's gone.
Mm-hmm. It's gone. Mm-hmm.
You sure cannot.
He wouldn't be able to smash anyone else. It couldn't have been me.
I mean, just ridiculous. Just nasty. Just totally nasty.
Just know when to walk away. People aren't good for you. Because it was other things leading up to it.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Yeah. I mean, she obviously had some suspicion. That's why she did what she did when she popped up. And then the mother all like, yeah, really? You gonna put our business on Facebook? This is supposed to be just between us. You mean the whole time?
I put it in the family chat.
You wasn't concerned about it when you were doing it. Now all of a sudden you want to be concerned about it being private business. No. It's here out.
You say Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah, with old Franken dick.
That's crazy. Yep, just cutting it up.
Gee.
No.
He actually did porn.
Yeah, they sewed it back on and he did porn. Actually,
fathered the child with the porn stuff.
Right. Yeah. A friend of mine, that I grew up in New York with, he actually lives in the same complex that happened in Virginia. Yeah. In Northern Virginia, he does.
I could not have been the cops out there looking for a dick in the woods. It would not have been me. I'd have been screaming the whole fucking time. They would not.
Upset, just mad.
Oh,
just mad. Talking about some. I better get a pay grade for this.
They wouldn't even call in the canine. They afraid the motherfucker see that shit out.
No, you probably even thought it was a sausages or something.
Oh, it's a treat.
Bacon.
Yep. And then he probably want to. You know how Doug's run up and grab shit, be flipping the dick in the air.
Right. I'm sure it wasn't that much to flip. Probably looked like was penis. I'm sure it wasn't that much to flip. Not at all.
That'd have been hilarious. He'd be flipping that. It was like, what is that?
And just strutting to the offices too, just like, daddy.
Like, what in the world is that? And you know when you can't identify something and you look at it real close and you like,
right. Imagine walking your dog though, and then you let your dog go do his business, and they come back all just strutting like, and you're like, what is that? Oh shit!
He's always bringing something home. What is that? Oh shit!
Just crazy.
That is crazy. I knew she was weak as fuck. They never found it.
That is crazy.
No, because I'd have pitched that motherfucker.
So crazy.
Like I was throwing a hand grenade. Yeah, they'd have to make him one. They'd have to take some skin and build him one. Yeah.
I think they already did though. Even from what they found, they still had to graft skin from his thigh.
You pick it up. You pick it up like, and it'd be like hair and grass and shit on it. He's gonna cut the biggest shit off. There's no way in the world.
Grass.
It had grass and dirt and stuff all on it. But then how you pick it up with some? You had some thongs. He said, "Drop that shit in the bag."
Tongs, bag it, please bag it.
Oh my god!
Put it on ice.
We go straight down in the garbage disposal. Yeah, because you didn't never saw that again.
Not in the garbage disposal. Ouch.
And it'd probably be the one time the damn thing wouldn't work.
Right.
It's jammed up. I don't know why.
Yeah, I bet. Oh God,
That's going to smell in the morning. Squeeze some lemon juice down there.
Put some ice and some ice
lemon juice.
and lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
Put it down there. Put a little Clorox, a little drop. Crazy, but yeah, that is definitely very gross. What else have I watched? I did watch the Netflix show you told me to watch about is this America or is this
Who We Are?
Who We Are?
Or We Are or something. Yeah, that was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I watched that on the 4th since I don't celebrate the 4th of July.
Oh, okay. You don't?
So
not too much really. Usually if there's any celebration, it's always done the day before. Usually not on the day.
And it's not
really nothing to celebrate.
No, well, and I don't even do the picnics, not the picnics, the cookouts too much anymore with a whole bunch of people. They get on my fucking nerves. It's like Thanksgiving. I really don't do Christmas. I don't do.
Right.
But I do dinner.
Okay.
So everything is like I'll go to eat and be with the family, but I don't.
You don't participate in the gifting and all that stuff.
Yeah, only for the little kids.
Little kids. Okay.
Little kids are because they don't understand. And I don't want to torture them with my.
You don't want to
ruin their holiday.
You're not supposed to celebrate this pagan holiday.
What? Just know I had to work overtime for this shit. Don't you break it?
Because there is no warranty plan on it. Well, now everything comes with a warranty plan.
Yeah.
Not that I broke stuff as a kid, because when I played that, you broke it. You wasn't getting another one.
No, you wasn't getting another one.
Yeah.
No, because they work too hard.
Yeah.
And you didn't get everything you want. You get one big. I would get one big gift, and maybe one small gift, and then like clothes, things you need.
Yeah. No, you usually got like 2 big gifts and then clothes and stuff you needed. But it was mostly as you got older. It was like, where's the money at? Because
just give me money.
But yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I watched that because I don't do the 4th of July shit. But they've been firing off fireworks.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Like way before Juneteenth.
Right. Well, here it's been like towards the end of June. Towards the end of June into July, they've been firing fireworks. But I wonder how long it's gonna last.
They sell the fireworks at Sam's Club. They only had to buy them on the side of the road anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sam's Club sells them.
Oh.
Because most of the Sam's here are located just right past the county line. But
lastly, before we get ready to get up on out of here, remember your primaries are happening, so go out and vote. Look up your candidates and vote. Westmore seems to be picking up ground here, so let's see. Because I really don't want Perez. I'm so tired of the establishment.
But yeah, the same ones. Like we saw you from something else.
Right.
You're still here?
You moved from the Democratic, you moved from the being in charge of the Democratic Party or the Democratic National Convention Party to now you want to run for the mayor of Maryland? Bye, sir. Have several seats.
It's like you're just grasping for anything.
Yeah, just looking for anything. Looking for anything. They still firing?
Yeah. I'm surprised they hadn't gone off tonight. Well, we had a real bad thunderstorm roll through.
Oh, okay.
So,
these
storms been intense.
Yeah, they have.
But last night, I think maybe like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, they were still lighting up, which was fine because they weren't out there killing each other. But
that's a good thing.
So they were just blowing up shit.
Go get a job. Work for the pyrotechnics. They be getting all this money to buy all these fireworks and blow up stuff. It's like, there's jobs in pyrotechnics in the movies and all that kind of stuff. Get a job. But it's just wishful thinking.
The Boys. Did you see The Boys?
I did see The Boys. I probably have to watch that episode over because I was watching. I was doing something. There was a lot of racial tension in there that I know I needed to pay attention to.
Oh yeah, you'll like that. You'll like that. You'll definitely like it. So make sure you watch. Yeah.
It was towards the end. I was like, "A what?"
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I gotta watch this again. But yeah, I've watched most of that. What else? I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it was just those.
Yeah.
It was just those two.
That was pretty cool. I was getting back into Sisters.
The series.
Yeah, I mean, I like Zach. They really trying to go for Zach. I can't stand Hayden. He needs to go somewhere. Why are you cursing at them so about get a damn job? Because you can't be burning up shit, blowing up. I mean, it just be like bombs. Like, it don't even be like, oh, fireworks. Oh, look, it'd be like the M80s type.
They're huge now.
Like
they are huge.
It's like,
but the one funny thing is, y'all go on Twitter and shit and see all the dumb stuff people are doing with these fireworks.
Yeah.
Lighting fireworks in the house. I remember the old one where the girl put the firecracker between her cheeks and lit it.
No.
Yes. Stupid. It's like, it's one of those moments when you realize after it happens that you fucked up because you blew a crater in your ass. Just
like the one where the guys, I don't know if they were pranking their brother or whatever, but they put the firecrackers in a pot. And the guy thought it was gunshots, and he woke up like trying to hide and duck and run. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, those things are dangerous, people.
I like the guy that was in the wheelchair. The chair wouldn't move.
Yeah,
that motherfucker had a power chair. That damn thing weighs a ton. There's the way it was. You on your own, Teddy.
Move, Teddy. Move, Teddy. Teddy would have been on his own. I'm sorry.
Thrill seekers. Yeah.
That is something. Amusement parks are open. You can go.
You can go there.
Yeah, if you're thrill seeking, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
People do lose limbs and fingers and things from these things. There's nothing.
The worst thing we used to do was spin steel wool.
Oh, you mean real fast to it sparkle?
Yeah. With sparkle, not the sparklers, but it's
I know.
You get a metal clothes hanger and you get the just the plain steel wool without the soap pad, and you wrap it around and you light it on fire, and as you spin and you hold it up and change shape and all the rest of that shit, you just have to be careful you don't, when you stop, that it's all burnt out, so it doesn't drop on you. People would come out and they have speckles all on their damn car. They done burned the paint up on that shit. That shit was fun.
No way. Absolutely.
That was fun. That was real fun. You couldn't wait to do it. Then your goddamn arm, your damn arm was hurting from swinging that shit. Because you always get the one person though that they'll light it and they just stand there. It's like, spin the shit. You wasted it. You afraid, you punk, get off of that. Give me that.
Yeah, that would have been me. And then didn't y'all have like jerry curls and shit back then?
We weren't doing that shit then because a lot of motherfuckers had 30-degree burns.
You they look like Michael Jackson.
Say jerry curl.
Oh my, that's all you were here.
No, we were doing it, but we had afros then. We did have afros then when we were doing it.
Yeah, but then you used like oil tune and stuff, spray shit.
Yeah, smell like strawberries and shit. You get stung.
Because
they put a sheen on it and it smelled just like berries.
Like, what is this?
But you didn't do that shit when you were spinning on steel wool because your ass would go up in flames.
No, that's okay. Yeah, that's crazy. What? At the reservations on fireworks. Yeah. That's a lot. That is a lot. Way too much. Wow.
Just for that, just to blow that shit up, that's a bill. Don't we know we in a recession?
If you don't know, you better know.
Them gas prices was enough.
And they're gonna keep climbing. And it's really not just because of Biden. People are like, oh, I wish I would have voted for Trump. The gas prices wouldn't be so high. Lies.
He had nothing to do with that.
No control over that.
None. All this other dumb shit.
Yeah, no, the other shit. Yeah, you got that. You can blame him. You can blame Governor Hot Wheels. All of them people for the inflation as food is concerned. That all these things have gone up because Governor Hot Wheels wants to play vigilante and hold a lot of trucks hostage. Which has then caused them to spoil, and then stuff has to be thrown out. So, yeah, there's a lot of people we could point the finger at in this month, in this
mostly over at Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
You need to come for that. You know who he didn't talk about? Clarence Thomas and that COVID.
Nobody paying no attention to no goddamn Uncle Thomas.
Talking about using baby stem cells or something, aborted fetus or something. It's like, no, you trying to deflect because your wife.
This is what I'm saying. But that's why I didn't even want to talk about it, because there's clearly just a deflection for him to, one, justify overturning Roe v. Wade, and then two, just a deflection for him talking about your wife. Your wife has been all in cahoots with this January 6th shit, and it's about to all come out. And there's nothing you can do to save it because you are a part of the judicial branch. So there's really nothing you can do to stop it because these people are above you. Like what they know is above your pay grade. So,
and the more they know every day, it's
coming
it
out. Right.
They even have a petition to get rid of him.
Right. Yeah. They've is it up to 1 million people yet?
Oh yeah. It's past 1 million.
A million signatures. I mean, I don't know how much that will do. Because again, if the Republican leadership is not pushing to ask him to be removed and step down, why would he move? Unless, because, the president could ask for his resignation, but he can decline. It's a lifetime appointment. But that's why, again, your vote matters, and it is important to not just let your vote just go by the wayside.
But then to also push to the fact that he has gotten a lot of money from right wingers,
conservative groups, and then only talk about he's only worth $1 million or less than $1 million. Bullshit. He's got a lot of hidden money. He's got a lot of hidden money. I don't believe.
How much is a bullet? That'd be all he'll be worth. Yeah, it's about a couple of cents depending upon what you use, and they don't pass all these concealed. Now you can carry a concealed weapon. Everybody's switching to smaller handguns that you can conceal.
Which is ridiculous.
Now we have that problem, and they should be standing. They should be standing out in front of their houses, all 5 of them.
They should be. Stand proud of your decision. Don't cowardly run, and then go seek for protection once you put it out there. I just think that with all the things that have happened right before that decision for the concealed carry, it's like, are you kidding me? Why would you? In a place like New York, no less, which again just allows the police to over police in situations like that. And then, other places where these people walking around, God forbid if that whole situation in Connecticut ended with that young boy dying at the hands of that coward by him just pulling out his weapon, and whatever kind of, I was fearful for my life. An 11-year-old with a bike, be real. But, these type of situations can happen, and that's the price of, kind of sitting out on a vote. And granted, yes, I understand. Sometimes we don't like everything, and we're not going to. It's how the system is kind of designed until, we can either be the change that we want to see or, be the revolt. Either way.
I think it's going to come down to the revolt.
Yeah. I mean,
it's heading in that direction.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like it is, but I don't
just
know.
time to go to DC, mess up all them those. Do it right this time.
Well, see, but they ain't gonna let. They'll bring out all of the whistles and the bells if, in fact, they knew that it was the other side coming to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that makes me like, come on, y'all really let them people sit there and trash that. Now we sitting up here talking like it didn't exist, or as if the person in charge of it, like, well, we don't know if we can charge him. What do you mean? What do you mean? If he's sitting there, everybody knows what was the plan, quote unquote. So what's the big whoop? What are we waiting for? Are we waiting for, again, like Nixon, for him to say on record that yeah he did it, or yeah da-da-da?
Yeah, and they still said it. They still walk.
Yeah, I wish they would.
That's how I feel about the whole thing being televised and all the rest of it. If you're not going to do anything, please stop.
Well,
it's making me angry.
But it's only because they want to inform the public to think that to kind of push that the public would know this come election time. They'll still have this on their minds, and
but
then
we
they'll
know it already.
We know it already, right? But we've been new. Like, who didn't know?
They want us to vote them out, or not vote for them at all,
right?
Instead of them using the law,
right, to actually use it what it's for. You said, well, he didn't really do anything. Well, isn't his oath to protect and defend?
Between him not doing anything cost some people their lives,
foreign and domestic, and people died. People did die. Well, yeah, that one bitch died because she didn't listen to the Secret Service agent.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of energy I needed a lot more of them.
Yeah,
especially the black ones to have. Be popping these fat ass motherfuckers with these hillbilly hats on. Yeah.
Because I sure wouldn't.
White people having a fit.
Something's got to give. Because I don't think they will stop until they start getting popped. Like, honestly, I don't see.
Yeah, it's going to have to get to that point.
Yeah, I don't see them stopping, backing down, or actually saying, okay, let's come to the table and kind of talk about it until they start to see themselves just falling, just doop, and like, whoa, what's going on?
This shit is real.
Yeah. Because right now they think they live in a I was just watching a YouTube video, I think the other day, with one of the people who was a Trump supporter and you had to hear him talk. Oh, I was there. I just felt like, now he felt like he was lied to, but previously he felt like he was being a patriot, like the ones he read about in the book, almost like it was a fairy tale. Like this was a Disney book. Like it was like I was doing my patriotic duty, being a patriot. Like, no, you were defacing property.
That's what happens when you have people that don't deal with real life,
right?
Real life issues.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything's a fantasy, and we're just going to go along and have a good time, and it's all a game, in the long run.
Right. Yeah. It's like, well, why are you mad? No harm was done. We were just trying to stop the steal. Like, the election was over.
Mm-hmm.
That was purely ceremonial. That had nothing to do with anything as far as legal ramifications. He had spun all of his legal wheels a long time ago.
Yeah.
The day after the election is when those things happen. Up until January 6th. He has up until that moment. So it was already done.
Hey, Len, what's going on down there in your neck of the woods? They don't want to call slavery no more. They want to call it something else.
Oh, my. What the hell was that I heard?
That they want to tell them in school. It's not slavery. It's something involuntary.
Is it involuntary? Yeah, involuntary servitude. I believe
these
that's
motherfuckers trying to definitely whitewash.
Yes, whitewash it. And then you trying to sit here talking about something. How are you going to try and whitewash? Even watching the video that you told me to watch on Netflix. The guy was like, "Well, do you believe slavery was bad?" Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, when you was talking to the one guy.
Yeah,
they're clueless. They're all like that. That's what happens when you're fucking out.
But that's what happens too when you just have a lack of, when you don't care about, when everything is taught that it represents you and your power and your side's ability to create all these things. When everything is right around you, everything is heritage. Everything is, but no, this is heritage. This wasn't about racism. This was about a rebel flag. It's like that is not the original rebels flag. If we're sitting up here talking about history, that is not the Confederate rebels flag. It's not.
Now the guy actually had to walk away. He's like, I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not feeling good. He walked away. I wouldn't have walked away because I'm just like, at this point, this is where he needs to learn. Like he was like, well, he realized he can never reach him.
Yeah, and you know what? And there's a lot of them. Pretty much all of them are like that. And it's always been to that point that you could talk to your blue in the face, and it's just wasted. So it's like, yeah, you believe what you want to believe. Just don't come. Just know I got bullets.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Their beliefs cause them to do certain things. Just like we talked about the story earlier with the young man and the guy, get out of here, get out of my neighborhood. That belief system allows them to think that they have the ability to do that, to take someone's child and push them down because they don't like them.
To actually touch somebody else's kid.
Because you don't want them in your neighborhood. That same reality allows you to even teach your child to get a whip that you have in the house and go to your neighbor's door and whip on the door.
Now I'd have touched him. He'd have had a size 12 footprint right in the middle of his chest as I was kicking him off my porch.
That would have been a whole situation because I'd have grabbed that whip and I'd have whipped that little boy's ass. I surely would have. I did too.
Then make sure I got rid of the ring footage.
Right.
Because I don't want to incriminate myself. Even though I'd be tempted to post it.
Because this is what a whip would feel like with your little bitch ass. Actually, it's the Scottish flag. I mean, hello, thank you. But they so dumb.
But if you have conversations with, and it's just like talking to the floors, you get to a point where it's like your brain cells are dying. And then when you give them, you give them the source information, you could look here,
very true.
And they still don't get it. It's like
I'll be feeling like Joe Clark and whatchamacallit, Lean on Me. It's your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. I feel like Joe Clark when I be trying to, but it's so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah,
but
I just don't even waste the time anymore because time is not on my side, okay? And I'm not going to waste it trying to school somebody that's been here long enough, supposedly had a better education than mine, and should know these things.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I just find it to be very disheartening that we are literally on the brink of wiping slavery away.
Yeah, we're watching it in real time, but it's not. Right. It'll never go away.
It'll never go away as long as the information is out there and people are willing to.
And I really don't care if they don't get it, and I don't care if their children don't get it. I want our children to know,
right,
so that they know the warning signs and what they can do.
Right.
I want them to be prepared. I really don't care about them not knowing. And especially the old ones, because people are like, well, racism will go away, it'll start to thin itself out as people get older and they die off. It's like, no we're actually seeing it. We're seeing it now.
Right. Just that past shooting, the Parkland Illinois shooting just now. How young is that?
I'm going to be that they actually feel that they're being oppressed. How are you being oppressed?
Right.
Motherfucker, please.
Right. What do you even know about oppression?
They didn't have any whatever for my coffee at Starbucks.
Right.
I mean, they're having fits about that dumb stuff,
Just real stupid. Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. But unfortunate.
They bastardize a lot of the Scottish tradition. Yeah.
You said, are they dumb? Are they dumb? Of course they're dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb, and they want to believe it. Yeah. It's what they want to believe.
Right. It's what they choose to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know her name's Elliot. I can't remember the white lady who does the race.
Joan Elliott.
Yeah, Joan Elliott.
Yeah, the little old lady.
The little old lady who talks about and asks them, like, you know this is happening, but you don't want it to be you, but you're okay with what's happening. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That is a problem, and that's a problem that a lot of people have, that they don't, it's like, well, it ain't me, and we do too. We have that. A lot of us have that same kind of, well, it ain't me, but it could be you.
No, when
will it be you? Yeah,
be you.
And then that
because
becomes the question too.
You're next.
When will it be you? We get in this mentality like, well, it's not us. It won't happen to me. It definitely could happen to you. There's no separation between, you and I, especially when it comes to, you think because money protects you, or having more money maybe than your counterpart will protect you from that. We see that from celebrities and stars every day, and their children in certain situations. It does not protect you, having extra resources from that good old, racist hand to just come down and shake you. It doesn't, there's no protection from that. So, we need to start waking up and being more focused and concerned about stuff that really, really, really matters. And again, stop looking for a savior. Stop looking for Jesus.
That's
stop
right.
looking for white Jesus, old Jesus, black Jesus.
Who? Who? Looking for who?
White Jesus, old Jesus, black Jesus. Come on, cut it out. Cut it out. You got to save yourself.
The Lord's going to come. And I say this all the time. I said, no, the Lord gave you the information.
Right.
He told you what to do. You know what to do.
Right.
You just don't want to utilize it because you're waiting for somebody else to make the first step.
Right. Very true. You looking around waiting for a Martin or a Malcolm or a Medgar or, many of the others. It's like, no, you have to take the torch yourself in your way and move it forward.
No, everybody could be a leader if that's what your mindset is.
If that's what your mindset is, right?
Exactly. Everyone can be a leader. Right. You wait on two or three people, and like I said, look what happened. It slows the momentum because now you're looking to one person to get all your answer from. Each person, by us being all over the place, has their own set of issues, and we can learn from each other.
Yeah.
And like I told you, that one woman, she pissed me off so fucking bad. I was done. I was done. I was really done. I was like, why is this
our black men to step up and do what?
We need our black men to step up, and we need leaders. Like, no, you've been doing fine. You don't even realize that you were doing fine. That's the part that got me.
Again, but it's that church mentality.
Yeah,
the man shall lead us. The man got to be first. The man got to do this, and it's just like,
y'all need to walk away from that church. God is in you.
Right.
God tells you, and you listen. If you listen to that dumb shit your girlfriend and shit tell you. You can listen to God because God don't tell you nothing. He don't tell you nothing done. You know better. It's basic. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And protect yourself at all costs.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And guess what? You ain't got to pass no plate.
Right. You can give the offering to yourself. Yes. In the name of God.
Okay, leader. Right at the cheese. No, but what? Oh, Lynn, girl, last week, this woman, oh my God, I was over at Conscious. He was talking at his mega chat. That's what I'll start calling that, a mega chat. He had all 5,000 people, and this one woman sitting around, they were
not the mega
talking
chat.
about Roe versus Wade. And she's talking about we waiting for the men to step up. I was like, girl, you gonna be there forever waiting
for
it's like shit. But she was pretty much downing what women have done. What they've accomplished
and are doing, clearly.
And I told her, I was like, stop waiting for people. Shit.
Right. Yeah. With the largest voting bloc right now currently are black women.
That and the most educated on the fucking planet.
Yes.
Look what you've achieved.
Right.
you know, when you're on the battlefield, nobody. I mean, you have to look at it like you're in warfare because you actually are.
Yeah.
That you know, you just can't be relying on somebody to. Oh, we're just waiting on the tanks. We're not going to do anything. Yeah, she was dumb, and she made me real upset. She made me real upset.
Is she dumb?
Yeah, that's why for the past 2 weeks I really haven't been on. I'll look.
She burnt your biscuit.
Yeah, no, she burnt me the fuck out because I was like, I heard something pop, and I thought it was a blood vessel in my head.
I said, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Out of here. Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I said what I had to say, and I'm gone. And like I told you, and Conscious knew because he left that shit up there he left my comment up there for 20 minutes.
Oh damn.
I told you, he just put it up there. And I was like, I know this motherfucker laughing.
Right. But yeah, that's this is the sad mentality that everything is because the Bible said so. Everything is a man shall lead, and it's just like women are just as capable of leading. You lead families, you raise men, you raise women, you know what I'm saying. You
do what needs to be done
when it needs to be done with no questions asked,
yes.
with or without support. So it's like, of course you can do it. You know,
somebody drops the weapon, somebody else just pick it up.
Right.
And you keep going. You don't stand
there
and wait.
It's like that scene in Glory when Denzel Washington, after he got his behind whipped and all that stuff, when he grabs the flag after the flag guy gets shot, and he grabs it after the captain gets shot. He's going up the mountain, and then he gets shot, and then somebody else, I think Snowflake, picks it up, and they're just like,
yeah, right.
You have to just like, not necessarily the flag in representation, but as far as in this battle, in what we're going through, you gotta just pick it up. Somebody drops it, pick it on up.
It leads you right to a baby.
Yeah, either that or something you can't get rid of, and it may not be a baby.
She picked up that penis, and she was just running up that hill with that penis, and then she got hit. And she knocked up, so then somebody else came and picked up that penis, and then she got double shot because she got twins, and he just kept going.
I can't.
Oh man, crazy!
But yeah, please know that you are enough, and you are capable to do anything.
And you have done very well, and I am so proud of all of
you. Yes. Even some of you dusty black ones, I'm proud of you too.
I know they don't tell y'all that in the manosphere or the black sector.
Because you was,
Because I don't even think they have that. They don't even have the concept. So
you were good to keep your dust even from spreading so widely. You was able to contain your dustiness to a certain sector or portion of the world. And for that, I salute you. Go ahead, dusty bitch. That's for you.
Oh man, anyway. Crazy.
Yep. But this was fun, as always, guys. Thank you so much.
Glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm glad you had a therapy session.
Yeah, as usual. Here we go.
Like I said, I was not here I haven't been here for the whole two weeks.
Yeah, this is the first time I usually even pop in. I think Rico's cooking thing was the first thing I was like seeing. Other than that, this was kind of like a break.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a break.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna do it again this weekend too.
Yeah, it's like purging. Like,
yeah. Because I actually got through 3 books.
Oh,
over the weekend. So I'm on a roll. I've been on a roll. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. I'm listening to 2. Yeah. So trying to multitask and listen and do all that kind of stuff and take notes. I just thought of an idea that I need to give to Audible.
What's that? I told you how you can get books and not use Audible, but still listen to them and record them, right? I did tell you that, right?
You may have a while ago, but I don't remember.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, just text me later. Anyway, So it was a pleasure, guys. As always, thank you so much for hanging out. If you have not already, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button or subscribe. If you listening in the balcony and you enjoyed what you heard, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated because, of course, we grow together, not separately. So, and as always, you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. So, and the only way we do that is, of course, by being that change. And it's a small start.
You're using your closing announcement again?
I am using my closing announcement.
Okay.
That was hijacked. But for good reasons. But you still hijacked it. But it's all good. But definitely there's always a message in the madness, and I just want us to all be aware of that and realize that there is always a message in the madness. Moisturize, keep your mask, keep your distance, watch out for monkeypox because it's out there. What else we got?
Yeah,
moisturize.
Yeah, go outside. That's right, Patty.
Yes, go outside.
Cut back off of YouTube.
That's right.
Because it's summertime. The sun is out.
Yes.
Going
the people
outside.
Are out visiting you in your encampment. Go outside and enjoy. Stop worrying about other people.
Yeah, because before you know it'll be wintertime again.
That's right. That's right. So, enjoy. With that said, that's all I got. And as always, God bless and good night. Peace.